Hello everybody and welcome back to another Sims 4 video, and today I have a speed build for you, which is not very often that I make a speed build for this channel. Trust me, there will be a lot more speed builds coming your way because I am working on revamping my Kaplan Let's Play series. So I have been working off camera just to, bring it to life. Currently, I have been only doing some makeovers to the main characters, but I want to build a couple of things. For instance, I need to build 2 homes for 2 of our families before I start the series up again. And I also want to build a couple of community lots just so we can kind of have a lot more lots to visit between all the different worlds that we have. And it's kind of an excuse to want to go to different worlds in The Sims 4 instead of me sticking to, what I am more comfortable with and the ones that I really like. So for sure, it is going to be a way for us to travel outside of our comfort zone. But this has nothing to do with my Kaplan series. Instead, this has everything to do with my Tiny Town series. If you haven't seen it yet, I am going to go ahead and link the playlist in the description down below. I mean, we're currently literally wrapping it up. Well, I basically finished Tiny Town, but what I am doing now with that series is we're revisiting our old characters, and I'm going to be taking that time to complete any aspirations, closing out storylines, making a little bit of more money. We have a wedding as well on the way. That's kind of a spoiler, but not really. I did not say whose wedding it is. But like I said, I will have everything linked in the description below. And part of the thing that I'm doing in those episodes is I'm having each sim kind of like give a gift to all of our characters. So for instance, we have a jewelry making sim. I want them to create jewelry for everyone and then gift it to all of our other tiny characters. And we have a photography sim. So what I did here is I built a fake photography set. It sounds crazy, but it's actually a really cool idea because we have a lot of kind of like those fake sets from Get Famous. We have some like ruined architecture from Get Together. We have a lot of like just this weird funky stuff that no one really knows how to use. So I figured I would take this time to kind of create fake photography sets and use them as backgrounds to create cool pictures. And I think there is going to be something for everyone. So in total, we built 8 fake photography sets. This is going to be our first one, and it is using this like fake storefront, I guess like a shop front. And this is going to be from our Get Famous pack. And I figured that I would use this to create this fake road. I really like how this one turned out. It's creative. I mean, I've never done anything like this, and using objects that you don't really use often can be kind of fun. It definitely sparks creativity. So I am definitely glad that I ended up doing this. A lot of those fake sets are from the acting career. Think like your pirate ship. There's this fake medieval looking throne and stuff like that. So I definitely, a lot of them I have pulled out of the Get Famous catalog, but some I invented, or like not invented, but like I came up on my own. So we have a couple of like fake living room. This one is like a glam living room, like lounge. It has the, what do you call it, the vanity table. It has a fireplace. It has a blue color scheme, so that is kind of a hint to who I was thinking of, like for this room specifically. I tried to kind of cater these rooms for our characters. Some make sense and some are just kind of for fun, you know what I mean? So if you want to see this in action, definitely, I don't know when, it just depends on when I roll for my photography sim, that we will be using this like fake set. So I don't, as of right now, I haven't recorded any footage using this build, but I am so excited to get into it. But if you do want to play with this lot, it is actually up on my gallery. My origin ID is going to be Rain Blue. I will link it in the description below as well. So if you want to get this off the gallery, feel free to do so. I will say I have not play tested this, so hopefully it works. I will say some sets are a lot more detailed and cluttered than others, and those are the ones that I'm a little bit worried about. Like this one, there's plenty of open space. I placed some like the photography markers where you want the subject to kind of pose and stand. That object came from the Moschino stuff pack. You definitely kind of need that pack for this lot to function. You can still do it without, but I think if you have the Moschino stuff pack, that will help you out a lot for sure. So yes, hopefully the more detailed sets do not glitch out and they work just fine. So fingers crossed. I wasn't going to reveal which room is going to be for which of my tiny towners, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? So for the fake road with the storefronts that I did at first, that one is going to be for my sim Lyle. He is an elder. He's the oldest character of Tiny Town, and I felt that it kind of matched his vibe a little bit. And then this little fancy lounge, very glamorous, very, I don't know, just like it's like a girl's room, getting ready room. It's very, this whole set uses a lot of the Secret Sanctuary stuff, but I built this thinking of my sim Jules. It's also blue, which I didn't necessarily stick to each character's color scheme. But for this one, I felt inspired to, and so it is all blue just for Jules. But anyway, this one that we're currently working on ends up being one of my favorite sets. And it's got this messy bedroom look. It's like a college bedroom. But for this one, right now I placed this bed and you're thinking, what are you talking about? But don't worry. We switched out the bed to the one that came from the Love Struck, like the early access bed, that is basically a disgusting dirty mattress with yep, this one with like funny looking sheets, and definitely gave like a college bedroom vibe. And I am very cautious. I'm using my words here very deliberately, and I'm using college bedroom instead of like a high school bedroom. And the reason why is because I am planning on using this room kind of like a sexy lingerie photo shoot. This is going to be for my sim Cameron, which is actually my photographer sim, but I did want to create something for her to take pictures in as well, and I ended up doing kind of like a messy bedroom vibe, and then it will end up being like a sexy lingerie photo shoot. So that's why I'm not going to use like a high school bedroom, because saying a high school bedroom and doing a lingerie photo shoot at this in the same sentence feels a little icky to me personally. So it's a college bedroom. And we literally fill this room up with posters. There's like not an inch of the wall being shown. It's all going to be covered with posters and weird little decors. There's going to be fake laundry on the floor, and this is going to be one of the bedrooms that or one of the sets that I'm worried about functioning, because there's a lot going on the floor. Right now it's looking all right, but we definitely go to town with this one, and it's just a vibe. This is making me want to do a messy bedroom, like for one of my actual builds and not a fake photography set. The vibes that I ended up going with is a punk rock kind of vibe, a very music lover energy. We have the microphone stand and also the electric guitar. We have a record player. We're going to have a kind of like a clothing rack with clothes, just for a little more detail, making this a lot more interesting place to take pictures in. So definitely I try to think of ways that we can make this room look a lot more fun, and I think what really sold it is going to be all the posters that we ended up putting, and also a very cool neon artwork that actually came from Love Struck as well. It's I don't know why I'm describing it. It's the one that with the snake and the neon lights. You will see it here in a second if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, just cluttering it up, making it look very youthful, very fun. I put the makeup tray on it's not a makeup tray, it's a makeup bag right next to the mirror. Just thinking of ways to make this look like a lived-in room. I put a controller on the bed and things of this nature. So this was definitely one cool set. I feel like I would want to take pictures of this in this bedroom. This fake bedroom. This is the artwork that I was talking about, and this is where we literally just go ham. We go ham on all of the back wall and also the wall above the record player. I try to use a lot of the records that we have available in-game and all of the band posters just to match up with our punk rock energy, and it's going to be bringing this whole room together very nicely. And then we're just adding a lot more clutter and then the photography markers, but that's pretty much it for that one. So we're going to be moving on to kind of like a dollhouse living room energy. It's a period piece for sure. This lounge looks so much different than the one next to it, and that was definitely on purpose. This is going to be for my sim Whitney, and I was definitely thinking of a Marie Antoinette energy, a fake dollhouse type of vibe. It's kind of creepy, it's ominous, it's basically all white and black. And I think it's like just a cool little space that you can kind of use to take some nice pictures for sure. And this is also, I'm slightly worried because of where I placed the photography markers. I'm basically just a little bit worried that trying to place the tripod in front of the photography markers, it might be a little bit of a tight squeeze. But if this works, this is going to be fun. But if it doesn't, we'll just have to kind of do a little bit of rearranging on the spot. I mean, this is going to be so niche. Like, I don't know how many people are actually going to use this lot. Like, obviously, I'm building this for specific set of sims, and so this might not appeal to a lot of you. But I mean, like, there are like those fake photo op museums, they call them, that go around. If you know what I mean, like they're just fake fun sets that you can kind of go take some pictures for your Instagram, basically. So I tried to recreate that with this little build here, and I think it's just a little bit of fun for sure. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't pick this room to take pictures in. I like the other three better, but I was definitely thinking of using one of the fake costumes from the Get Famous, and and putting my Sim Whitney into it and just having her pose in here with the little fake face makeup. So really, really exciting. I think the vibes are gonna vibe, but this is definitely not one of my favorite rooms for sure. So there you go. Just last thing we got to do with this room is place those photography markers. That is going to be key to where I want my Sims to kind of pose and actually take pictures in. So some of my sets needed like a lot of ceiling height, because in one of them I actually ended up building like a fake fairy-esque little forest whimsical moment. There's a lot of interesting words happening, but hopefully that made sense to one of you. Once we get to it, you'll see what I mean. It's actually really fun. But this one is going to be for my Sim Max, and I built this fake ancient ruin vibe. It's giving Greece, it's giving Italia, it's giving the, what is it, like Greek mythology energy. I thought that I needed more height ceiling than I actually did, so this one ended up needing only to be a one height, or like, I don't know, I basically didn't need 2 rooms for this stacked together. I don't know why I felt the need to share that, but I guess it's because I had mentioned that some of the sets needed that, but this one actually does not. So yeah, it was actually kind of fun to try and incorporate some of those get together objects that I've literally never ever used or thought to use, because in which context would you use these broken down columns? Like, I am struggling to think of one. So when I had the idea to do this fake photography set, I figured that I should take this opportunity to use these broken down columns to create something a little magical, a little Greek mythology-esque. And we definitely incorporated a lot of the stuff from the Romantic Garden stuff pack. And I also tried to make this look as an outdoor space. So I used blue paint basically on the walls to simulate the sky, and I also put some fake cloud decals. Now, I don't know how effective it is in general, and I also don't know how effective it will be in the sim photos that we end up actually taking. I definitely wanted there to be a lot of space for you to kind of just feel out the area and take very nice pictures with this little fake set. And I also definitely made sure that you can get to the top platform, which currently there is not a way to get there. Obviously the stairs that we've placed that are broken down, you can actually climb up them. So I ended up adding some platforms on the side, and I intentionally placed them for them to look hidden. So when you take pictures in them, you will not see them. I'm so sorry. I'm like so struggling to do this voiceover because I haven't done a voiceover in literally so freaking long, and I don't have a lot of time in this to finish this video, basically, because I need this video to go up tomorrow. I have been slacking a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I will give myself grace. Like, I have an actual job that I need to go to, and trying to do this on the side is just not really working for me as of right now. So do excuse the lack of the videos. I mean, my intention was to do 2 videos a week, one on Monday and one on Friday. It's really not feasible at all. So this was meant to go on Monday the 12th. However, it is going to be going up on Tuesday the 13th. I made a post about it. So thank you to everyone who has been following me religiously and is waiting for me to post videos, which is usually every Monday. So yes, if you are new here, hi. I post a new video every Monday usually. This week has been very hard for me to sit down and actually do this little voiceover, and it's because all I want to do is play with my Kaplan series as of right now. So be on the looks out for that. And again, I am so sorry if this little video is all over the place with the voiceover. I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible. But anyway, I will shut up now and I will talk about this fake set. And this is going to be for my sim Harmony, who is, she just has this free spirit energy about her. She's my boho sim. She likes to do yoga. She's very zen, and she likes to strum the guitar, and also she loves pottery, and she has a little interest in tarot reading as well. So what I wanted this to be, kind of like a fairy-esque little forest with the fake stars on the night sky wall, and we definitely make this look like a campground a little bit. And if you know the little vending stall from the Eco Lifestyle, which is, I admittedly, is the cutest vending stall that we have in game. However, I am telling you, you do not want to buy anything off of that truck, because they sell like the beetle cockroach drinks and like really disgusting stuff. So you do not want to buy anything from that vending stall. However, I thought that I should add it just for vibes. It kind of looks like a camper, like a tiny little mobile home. So I definitely wanted to add it to the set. And we also add some like the fire pit, and also we add a picnic bench, but more importantly, we add the fake tarot reading tent from the Life and Death expansion pack, and it just looks so cozy. It looks like a fairy tale-esque. And if you know the fairy top from the Urban Homage kit, I want my sim Harmony to be wearing that top to take pictures in this specific lot. And I think this is gonna look so cool for sure. But yeah, I don't know. This is such a vibe. I love the usage of the fake like star-like lights on the background. We go all the way up with them to like the second floor. This is one of the rooms that I definitely needed 2-story height ceilings, because obviously when we're doing some tall trees, I didn't want them to interfere with the other floors and stuff like that. Otherwise that would not be cute. But anyway, what I had to end up doing is add a lot more landscaping to this, because it's looking a little barren. I definitely wanted to use a lot of the rose bushes from the Romantic Garden stuff pack, specifically around the fake shark pond area. So yeah. Oh, I also love that I added some butterflies. This is giving a butterfly energy, little fairy tale, little campsite for sure. So I definitely was envisioning taking pictures underneath the cottage living arch that is purposefully placed in front of our body of water. So the landscaping I ended up having to do off camera. So if you're wondering where's the landscaping, you will have to see it in the screenshots that I will place at the end of this video. Or you'll just have to tune into my Tiny Town series, which I very, very heavily encourage you to tune in for sure. But anyway, I also wanted to make use out of the fake Western sets as well. I think this is going to be sick. I mean, they're such detailed, cool sets that it's just such a shame that, you know, there's not a lot you can do with those things. I don't even know why we have them. Like, realistically, who's actually, if you know any simmers who made videos using those fake sets, please let me know. I want to check out what they did with them, because you can actually do really cool stuff with them, but I also kind of feel like they're kind of useless. But I really, really love what we did with this one. I kind of did like a fake Western bar looking one. And this set is going to be for my sim Rocco, who is a horse rider. Now, he is from an Italian descent, so like this Western little set doesn't really fit the vibe, but since he is a horse rider, it's giving a little cowboy Western man. I feel like he definitely would sink in with the vibe for sure. He will just love this. He will run with it for sure. But now we're going to be moving on our final set, and I wanted this to be kind of like our medieval little throne. This is giving Game of Thrones, that is giving medieval. This is a very simple set, but it's a very grand and cool set for sure. I built this thinking of my sim Forrest, who is a little bit of an introvert. He is a outdoor enthusiast. However, I feel like he would definitely love to watch like those medieval like dragon TV shows. So this is a little it's not fully his vibe, but I feel like he would definitely love to be photographed in this scene for sure. I feel like he's definitely a person who watches a lot of medieval shows, is what I'm trying to say basically. But anyway, this is going to be everything. Like I said, that medieval throne set, it was very simple, and you can definitely see I barely spent any time furnishing that. So we're definitely just focusing on everything else, like the exterior, which I did not put a lot of love and effort into. I'll be the first one to admit it looks kind of ugly, the outside. My main focus was the fake sets, and the exterior was an afterthought for sure. I tried to make it look good, but when it was time to do the outside, I was like, I'm so burnt out and I don't really care how the outside looks because, again, it's all about the interior. So yeah, the outside could definitely use a little TLC, but you're not downloading the slot for the exterior, I promise you. So you don't have to worry about that. But on the side of the build, I wanted to add a fire escape. And instead of using one of the fake debug ones, I actually did one of my own. And I like how it turned out. I think it looks cool. And if you couldn't gather, this slot is giving very industrial. And I figured that the fire escape would just really match with the vibe that we have got going on. On the roof top itself, I don't actually ended up using any real furniture really. It's pretty much pointless. I added some of the air vents and kind of the heavy machinery that is used to maintain this building, I'm assuming. So there's not an actual need to go upstairs to the rooftop, but you have the option to do so. And then in this little section, we just added just a place for you to throw your trash away, and trying to find ways to make this look a little bit more interesting in the exterior. So we added this little roof section, so the bin area is covered as well. So there you go. So this is going to be basically the exterior of the build. I told you it is very simple. We just add a little graffiti here and there, and the last thing we gotta do is just focus on the interior a little bit. Like for instance, I kind of wanted a place for like a fake check-in area, and I also wanted stuff for my other sims that I'm not going to be photographing. I wanted some things for them to do, so we added kind of like a lounge. I wanted a stereo because we all know how sims love to boogie, they love to dance, and obviously you need a couple of bathroom stalls. So my thought process was, when I'm focusing on a sim to photograph, instead of having my other tiny towners photobombing, I just want some things for them to do while I finish up with the current sim that I'm trying to take pictures of. But I'm trying to basically help my future self out, because I will know that I'm gonna get so frustrated when the sim that I'm not trying to photograph just enters the shot, and then I'm going to be very tempted to right click on them and hit kill. Because that is definitely going to be very frustrating. My goodness, the exterior took longer than I was expecting. I mean, to be fair, the interior really barely took any time. We definitely just added some random furniture here and there because we had a lot of empty space, specifically right next to our fake road on the main level. And obviously, I don't know, I just didn't really want to upload this lot looking that ugly. This is definitely really, I did not post this for, you know, like a pretty build. I just figured that hopefully, like, I don't know if I explained it very well in the description of the slot on my gallery. Hopefully it is clear what this slot is intended to be, because like I named it like a fake photography set, and some people did ended up actually downloading it. So fingers crossed that this slot is going to be useful to someone other than myself. But this is very, very niche, considering that I did build this thinking of specific characters. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is going to be basically the end of this video. But before I wrap it up, I have a huge favor to ask from you guys. I have a poll going up on my community tab. So I need you to vote on which character you want my sim max to date. Currently, there are 5 votes up right now, so it would be very helpful if whoever watched that series to go back and vote on that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the screenshots, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!